Good morning. We have been looking at the topic of judgment this week, and today I want to finish that up. Yesterday we were thinking about purgatory. Today I want to think and explore the possibility, or what we learn about the idea of different levels of reward in heaven. So there are several passages in the New Testament that seem to suggest varying degrees of recognition for Christ followers. I mentioned earlier this week this idea in the Sermon on the Mount that Jesus says, when you do these things, your Father who is in heaven, who sees all things, will see this and reward you. The suggestion is that these rewards will come in heaven, and the implication is that if you're rewarded for these acts of righteousness on earth, then you won't be rewarded in heaven, right? So you get this whole idea of, do these good things, but don't parade around doing it. Give this money, secretly. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Don't promote this idea that you're a good person. Then your reputation is better, but you're also robbing yourself of rewards in heaven. We see this idea about different degrees of reward in the parables, for instance, such as the parable of the talents, that he who has some and invests it wisely will be given more in the kingdom of God. We get a little bit of this in the book of James, where they talk about teachers being judged more stridently, more harshly than others. Paul talks a little bit about this, talks about those who are ministers of the gospel receiving special acclaim. Book of Revelation, you get real acclaim being recognized for those who are martyred for their faith. So, look, to some extent, we're going to have to plead ignorance on this. There's not a whole lot that is said about it in the Bible, but enough to suggest that it ought to be there. By the way, when we look at the other passageway, when we look at the other whole idea of if there's rewards in heaven, different levels of reward in heaven, or there different degrees of punishment in hell, this is an idea that sort of gets cemented into our mind because of Dante's Inferno, with all these, the layers of hell and all the different things, who's on what level and why. The Bible doesn't talk about that, and there's some speculation that that maybe part of the punishment of hell is that you can't even differentiate yourself in any way. I look, it's all speculation. I want to say this. When we think about the life to come, there is just a sense that we want to go all in, and we want to invest our life. Not so much. I mean, the compelling call to love and serve and to be selfless and to help others is that this will please God. This will please Jesus. This is what he has done. It's a little bit less than getting rewards, although we're not told to be oblivious to that, right? Jesus says, look, don't be a fool. Don't store up your treasures on earth where moth and rust destroy and thieves break in and steal. Store up your treasures in heaven. For nobody gives up anything, right? Nobody gives up anything that they're not going to get it back 100-fold in the world to come, in the kingdom to come. So there is a call to invest your life in eternity. We have an opportunity to do that here. Life is short, eternity is not. The opportunity is now. Have a good day.